Peace, love, and light, Scorpios. I hope the sun is shining wherever you are and you're living in your greatest purpose. Let's get into your messages. Alright, checking to see what's in your energy. I'm hearing something about stories. Perhaps the divine is wanting you to know about the story, some story that you didn't know about, story of your life that you didn't know about. Messages for Scorpio's spirit. This Hermit card wanted to come out. See the Page of Swords. The divine may be saying something about someone that was making up stories about you or something like that. Okay, so right, or something like that, right, Scorpios? Okay, so we see the Hermit card. Many of you may be in this energy of self-reflection. Okay, this maybe something about your past that's coming up. Your past, someone in your past that's showing up for you. Someone that you love that was close to you. I'm seeing for many of you there's someone that's looking for you. Someone that may be looking for you, that's looking to tell you something. Okay, let's see what comes up. Something about these stories showing up. Okay, this is the Hermit card. Let's see what's showing up. Tell me about the Hermit card. Okay, this is two energies about someone wanting to resolve something with you, someone wanting to move things forward, someone wanting to turn the page in some kind of book, turn over a new leaf. Wow. Okay, so it's interesting how these cards are just moving like that. And just as we speak, this is, and I gotta show y'all what this card, like, this is what it landed on. Like, the cards just literally kept turning and it ended up in this. Pages in a book. Okay. I'm hearing something about writing your story, Scorpios. You may be writing your story. You may be documenting the things that have happened to you. You may be documenting your story. The divine is saying your life story is a page turner. Your life story is a page turner. Yeah, it's a page turner, Scorpios. And it's like many of you are actually thinking about this here. Like, this Hermit is someone seeking to be enlightened by someone. You're in this energy is that I'm getting here with the Hermit and the Six of Cups. This is someone looking for truth. And the divine is saying that the story that you have, your life story, is very significant. And many of you may not know this. Many of you may be kind of like stuck in the rut of the things that are happening to gain the knowledge, to gain the lesson. The Hermit is someone that literally is is being enlightened, is gaining knowledge. And this is what you are doing at this time. Okay? You are gaining knowledge. You are becoming enlightened about the significance of all the events that took place in your life. You're coming to a place where all of this shit that took place, that literally left a scar, and could have left a bigger scar, they're all beginning to make sense. All these events that the divine is saying was and is, still is, your life story literally is a page turner, is what I'm hearing. And more significant than just your life story, it's about what is coming of your life story that the divine is wanting you to know about. There's something that is coming of your life story. You're beginning to overstand the significance of all the ish that you went through. Okay? This is you looking at your past. Okay? This is you being in a meditative state about what's going on with your life, why things happened. Okay. Why things happened the way they did. Many of you, when you are in the position where you are going through this, throat chakra, and you know what happens, Scorpios, when we get that deep throat chakra energy. It's really about some truth coming out here, like some serious truth that's coming out that needs to be heard. Many of you really need this at this time. Many of you went through phases. It's like, you went through various phases when you were going through the turmoil and all the stuff that you were encountering. A lot of it didn't make sense. Okay, a lot of it didn't make sense. The divine is reminding you that it doesn't stop. Okay, it's a journey. There's something about your life story, though, that's significant for others. There's something about you experiencing and going through what you went through. The divine is saying, part of that experience was not for you. It belonged to someone else. Okay. There's someone that is going through the exact same scenario as you at this time. There's someone that's going through this journey of soul searching, looking for truth, that may be actually looking at their past and kind of like seeing the glass half empty, sort of. And there's something about your life story and the fact that you search for truth and meaning, and you transform your experiences into something meaningful. There's something about that the divine is wanting you to see at this time. This is really interesting because these energies, this 5 of Swords and this, look at that, 5-5, there you go. Okay. So there's something about this 5 of Swords and this 5 of Cups that's very significant. They're like mirror reflections of each other. in the sense that they represent like very similar vibrational energy, 5 representing change. So this is representing a change that has taken place in your life. And the changes that have taken place in your life, if you turn this around, you'll see exactly what it was previously. Whereas now, you're at the point right now where you're seeing the glass half full. And this is really deep, because it's like while you're seeing the glass half full, things have turned. It's a major turnaround that you're experiencing. You're experiencing like a peaceful resolution, right? 5 of Swords typically represent like, you know, it's like you're in this it's like you're in it. It's like the fight is still sort of kind of happening, not really, you know, you're seeing it unfold, sort of like you're seeing the deception, you're acknowledging it. And the 5 of Cups, very similar. You may be experiencing some grief, some sadness, some loss, right? So that's the energies that are represented when these cards are not in reverse. But right now, the divine is specifically saying they are in reverse. So those energies that may have come to cause all types of loss, despair, you know, heartbreak, that put you in isolation, that deceived you. All of these energies, it's like the divine is transmuting it, changing it, and making it make sense. Because that's the point in which you get to a peaceful resolution with what has happened to you. Okay, this is where it's beginning to literally make sense on a spiritual level. When it was happening, you overstood it on a physical level. And when you were overstanding it on a physical level, you were only able to see the event and not the outcome. You were able to see what was happening rather than actually learning the lesson that is needed. And right now what's happening is that you are healing. Okay? You are healing, and this is very significant, not just for you. It's significant for it's significant for others. Okay? It's significant for others because it's enlightening. As you become enlightened about your life story, as it begins to make sense on a spiritual level, you get to know that this is where it truly begins to be magical. Okay? It begins to be magical because now you get to see like, oh, I went through this. I experienced this. I experienced loss, defeat, or felt defeated. Scorpios don't get defeated. Okay, let's get that right. Okay, you at some point you had a second right there, Scorps. You experienced a second of feeling like you were going to be defeated. You were not. Okay, you went through that. You went through that. And you went through this position of needing to isolate yourself because it was like, dang, like nothing makes sense. This person don't make sense. This situation don't make sense. And you going into isolation means this is where you had to make it make sense. Okay? And you get to know that as you go through these stages of overstanding the pages in your life, because this circumstance that took place at a particular time was a page in the story that the divine is writing for you at this time. And you went through so much, Scorps. Okay? This is your past and this is your future. Okay? This is your right now. It's beginning to make sense. Okay? And for many of you, this may mean that you're actually connecting on a spiritual level, and this is why it's beginning to make sense. What's significant about this, Scorps, is that there are people that are actually watching this. And I'm hearing that the very people that actually caused these, the very people that were actually deceiving you, the very people that you felt grief and loss and heartbreak towards, are actually watching your life story unfold, and it's doing something. Okay? And as I'm speaking, I literally envision and get this image of your enemies, holding a book in their hand and turning the pages, because your life story is a page turner. They're actually studying, how did he, they manage to, release themselves right from our grip. Or at least we thought we had, Scorpio under our grip. We had Scorpio right where we wanted them. It's like your enemies are the very ones that are reading the pages in your life story. And for them at this time, you get to know, many of you may or may not care to know this, your life story is a page turner. And this is why it's significant, Scorps, because as you are making it make sense, you're also seeing the reasons why you had to go through it, because your very life story is impacting the very people that cause, the negative impact, that caused you to go into isolation, that made you feel defeated. And that's one of the most significant aspects of your experiences, is that you get to understand that it's a circular type of motion, and it's teaching not only you, it's teaching your enemies about this thing called life, that it's a circle. It's teaching your enemies about karma. It's teaching your enemies that you are a mirror reflection of them. Now that's deep. Okay, now some of them, I'm getting that the divine is saying that some of them may or may never get to that point where they see that you're a mirror reflection of them. And they're not meant to. They didn't get the memo, and they're not meant to get the memo. They haven't, and they never will. So there are some cases where, they will read. Some of them will not even read it. They won't read the signs. They won't see it. Some of them will take the book. Okay. They will take your book. They will read it. They will be mesmerized by it. And it will literally change every aspect of their being, because it was meant to. Because this, lady called karma, justice, that's how she works. Holding the sword of truth, assuring that we come full circle, knowing exactly what it is that we're meant to do here on this planet. Okay? Knowing that we are part of the cosmos, knowing that our isolation is not in fact isolation, because we're never isolated from anything or anyone, because we are a major part of the cosmos, because we're cosmic beings with godlike consciousness having a human experience. Again, we are cosmic beings with godlike consciousness having a human experience. Okay? The divine is saying some of you will see and hear this message, and it will completely, kind of like go over your head, so to speak. Like, oh, okay, what's going on? If that's the case, it may not be the time for you to hear this. For those that it resonates with, this will bring so much clarity as to why it is that you went through the ish that you did. Okay? And you get to know that it's like it's a learning process. You never stop learning. You continue to learn. You continue to grow. And so it's like it's going to continue to make sense. The more you live and reflect on those past experiences, the more sense it's going to make, and it's meant to. Okay? So you being in this hermit mode, all right? Or I should say you being the hermit. Well, many of you are actually still in hermit mode. You're still in isolation, so to speak, kind of like not really interacting much with the outside world, just going within a lot, looking for the truth, looking for the connection that you have with the divine. And the divine is saying, as you do this, you're literally mirroring others who are looking for the light as you are. Okay? And there's someone that's being touched by the story that of your life. The pages in your life are very significant. And this is why the divine is saying your life story is a page turner. Okay? And one of the most significant things I'm hearing about your life story is that you connect others to the truth of their divine connection to the cosmos. Okay? All right, so I'm hearing that this Eight of Wands represents literally what it says here, which is a return. And like it's almost like the divine is saying you're returning back to yourself. Like the experiences that you had where you experienced major defeat and loss, that was the moment in which you were traveling through time to have a very specific experience that would then bring you to your connection to the cosmos. And the divine is saying, Scorpio, you are on your way back. Like literally, you are coming back from this. From the deceit, you're coming back from the isolation. You are slowly, and many of you, in actuality, you are slowly making your way back into, this realm, and yet still connected to the 5D. Like this is no joke here. Okay? You're still connected to this 5D. In fact, the divine says you are a 5D being. You have never not been a 5D being. And right now it's like you're taking the experiences of being in this 5D realm and plugging it into the 3D to elevate others and bring them into the 5D. And so it's like, okay, you've traveled and now you're coming back. Some of you may be like, oh my goodness, Scorp, I really hope this resonates with you. All right, and for those that it's meant to reach, it will reach. You're gaining momentum to do something. There's something very significant that you're gaining momentum to do. Okay, tell me about this Eight of Wands. Okay, you're meant to help others. You're meant to bring clarity to others who are going through all of this stuff. You're meant to, you're breaking through to help others break through. Those who feel a heavy weight on their shoulders. Okay, the momentum that you're gaining at this time, And this is really simply put, because I feel like saying that you're breaking through to help others break through is just a minute part of what's really going on. Like, it's really a way bigger picture than is actually being painted here. You are breaking through. Okay? The divine is saying you are breaking through so that you will help others break through as well. Say it again. You are breaking through, Scorpios. You are breaking through so that you will help others break through. So that you will help others who still feel as if they are still in the dark about what's really going on. For those who may not see that it really will make sense. For those that are disconnected from their connection to the cosmos and their godlike consciousness. For those that feel a heavy weight on their shoulders. Those are the ones that you are breaking through in order to free, in order to bring a sense of liberation to those who are seeking to reawaken, who are seeking to balance out their third eye chakra so that they may be able to see the divine and the experiences that they encounter. This is why you're breaking through. You're gaining momentum at this time. And it's like this, like, it's almost like this train that's, you know, building the momentum, and, you know, you hear it going, you hear the engine, and then eventually it just goes. Because your experience is needed for those who are experiencing these things. And look, you are being watched by the world. Yep. You are being watched by the world, and many of you are speaking on this. You're speaking on your experiences. This is why your life story is a page turner, and many of you are actually going to be writing books about this. If you may have actually even started writing books about your life, because Scorps, if there's anyone that can successfully write a book, bring it into the world, and teach the world, it's you. Okay? And this actually serves as your public service announcement to go on and write that book. If you started, go on and finish it, because your story it's significant and it needs to be told. And don't worry about it being perfect or not being this way or that way. You know, get it out there. Get it out there, because the world will be interested in knowing how you released yourself from bondage. They really are. They're interested in knowing how to release themselves from bondage, because many of them are in fact in bondage, still stuck. And you can show them exactly what it means to be this King of Wands in your power, a leader, you know, watching your life unfold before your eyes and moving towards the place that the divine means for you to be. Okay? This is your story of resilience. This is your story, your life story. There's actually a reggae song, I believe, that's like that. Comment down below if you remember that song. It goes something like, I remember the days when something like that, Scorps. And you know everything happens for a reason. Oh, just like a quick tidbit. A lot of times, like, these songs come up and I may not remember the lyrics. And I go back and actually check the lyrics, and they literally align with the reading. Like, it's cosmic for sure. Okay, so that's the energy that you are in, this page turner that you have. You're reciprocating back to the universe what the universe has given you. And that's your story. Oh, look at that. Radical rebirth, huh? You're experiencing a radical rebirth, and you're allowing others to experience a radical rebirth, Scorps. Oh, wait. I just noticed it's another 5. Look at here. Look at here. It's another 5. Check that out. It's a radical rebirth from all this ish that you encountered. That's what it is. And for whatever reason, I just keep hearing, Scorpio, your life story is a page turner. Okay, so the divine is saying, yes, you can stop the struggle. You can choose at any moment to start over and be reborn. Like the sun, you rise again and again. Dust yourself off, move forward, and go for it. Life is about transition and change. You will fall on your face, change your mind, and need to make a comeback. Again and again, release the idea that you messed up. If things aren't perfect, stop waiting to be ready. Make new choices and decisions. The goddess declaration, still I rise. Still I rise, Scorpios. Still I rise. That is the word of the divine. If this message resonates, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, love, peace, and divine light.